I'm Adam Collins. Is Crick Buzz centre stage at Old Trafford ahead of what might very well be the most eagerly anticipated Ashes Test match in this country since 2005. Of course, it's the fourth Test match. The teams go in 1-1 after the Ben Stokes miracle at Leeds a couple of weeks ago, and we've learnt a fair bit in the last 24 hours about the composition of the two teams. To begin with, Australia, the visitors, they've named their 12. Usman Khawaja has been dropped, Marcus Harris has been retained, Peter Siddle back into the 12, and Mitchell Starc into the 12 for the first time in the course of this series. Now we don't know which three fast bowlers will play yet. Hazelwood and Cummins, the other two. Nathan Lyon, of course, is always there, but the fact that Starc is in the side might reflect the fact that it is quite a dry square. There has been rain in the air, but a lot of cricket's been played at Manchester this year, and they know there could be the chance to get some reverse swing, and of course that is Mitchell Starc's comparative advantage, swinging the ball around, swinging the old ball around and getting it to really go, as they say, and go reverse. That's certainly part of the conversation ahead of this Test match. For Tim Paine's part, he said he's not being kept awake at night at the thought of tactically getting Ben Stokes out of his head, but he is thinking clearly about how he has to get him out. Ben Stokes has been such a talking point between these teams after what he was able to achieve at Headingley a couple of Sundays ago. And here was Tim Paine talking about the England all-rounder superstar.
I've lost a bit of sleep and thinking how we're going to get him out, that's for sure. He's a class player and he's really confident at the moment. He's going well, so like I said, we've got some plans for him, but we've just got to execute them a little bit better. And as I said, post-Test match, I thought Nathan Lyon's actually bowled really well to him. He's created a number of chances each time he's bowled to him, if we're honest. So, we think as a fast bowling group we can tweak things a little bit to him. But the other side of it is that we hold our chances when Nathan's bowling to him, and if we can do that, then, as I said, I think Gaz can open the game up for us through that middle order. But in the last two tests in particular, we've let Nathan down a little bit with our fielding.
In terms of back and forth between the teams, Payne was quite punchy when talking about Jofra Archer's comments last week saying that Australia choked. Payne said that it wasn't so much choking, rather that he made a few bad decisions. He wished he could have changed the field placings around and kept a few more fielders in when Stokes was on strike, but they're trying to let bygones be bygones. That's certainly the attitude they're taking towards Nathan Lyon, an experienced veteran of this side. He didn't play the tour game at Derby last week, but he was there running drinks with a smile on his face, ready to go in what will be one of the most important Test matches of his long and distinguished career. For England's part, we also know what their side is going to be. One change. Craig Overton, who of course made his debut against Australia in Adelaide in 2017 in a day-night Ashes Test match. His first Test wicket, Stephen Smith. Smith, of course, back into the Australian 11. Marnus Labuschagne batting number 3, but Overton gets an opportunity to play kind of from nowhere, really, given that a week ago we just assumed that Jimmy Anderson would be fit to play here. But in the absence of Anderson, they've gone for Overton instead of Curran to play in Wokes' place, who of course has played so much cricket so far in the summer of 2019. Overton, with his additional height and bounce that he can generate, that's certainly his main weapon. We know that Joe Denley is going to open the batting and Jason Roy is coming to number 4. So there are a few strategic changes to the England lineup, but they really feel like they're bringing something to this Test match. He said it was a combination of brilliance and resilience which got them over the line at Leeds, and that combined with what we saw with Jofra Archer at Lords mean they've got a fantastic opportunity to lay another glove on Australia this week.
Yeah, I think you come off a back of a win like that, it's a big lift for the whole squad. For that game to unravel how it did, for us to turn up here full of confidence and very much alive in this series is, I thought the way that we played the week before at Lords, we were it started to feel like we were wrestling our way back into the series, and we did a lot of good stuff then. Felt like last week actually we made quite a lot of mistakes and we didn't quite get it right, but through some individual brilliance and some resilience in our batting in the second innings and high quality bowling throughout, to be honest, bar the odd spell here and there, we still managed to win. And in a way, if we can sort of bring those two performances together, feel like we'll be in a really good place at the end of this week as well.
Root also appreciates what Ben Stokes and Jack Leach were able to achieve at Leeds, is really enhancing the brand of cricket in this country. Everywhere you look at the moment, on the front page and the back page of the newspapers, it's Test cricket everywhere. It's fantastic for the sport. The hum around this ground is brilliant. We just can't wait for tomorrow. Let's hope the fourth Test, if it's half as good as what we had at Leeds, we've got a beauty coming up. Do not miss a moment on Crick Buzz Centre Stage. Adam Collins at Old Trafford. It's going to be a brilliant week.